Well, there we go. Hopefully, this time we are live and you can see me. Let's hope we're all good, ladies and gents, because we've got an interview at 4 o'clock with the incredible Countess Debachi. If you can see me, ladies and gentlemen, and all's good, just post a comment for me. I think we're all good. Checking on my second screen. So, look, how to grow your mind during a business, how to grow your mind and your business during a lockdown. There are so many challenges that we're facing right now with regards to being in a lockdown, and a couple of things for me come to mind. One, the experiences that I've been going through personally, as we all have. And the second thing is, well, how do we move our business forward? How do we find the gaps and the opportunities that are there and do exist? And how do we get our minds out of such a potentially damaging, limiting space, where we're experiencing pain? Why are we experiencing pain? Well, look, it's obvious, isn't it, that many business owners have never faced the pandemic and a lockdown before. This is new to all of us. But 50% of the businesses that we're speaking to and the people we're interviewing right now are growing and moving forward. And 50% of the business owners that we're connected with, we know, are struggling. And of course, it depends the industry that you're in. But let's just paint the picture just a little bit. Now, if you've ever found yourself in a position during the first lockdown or the second lockdown where you're feeling that your energy is dropping, your motivation is dropping, that you're starting to get frustrated at the smallest of things because your business, your living, your livelihood, and everything you've worked for as a business owner is suffering financially, what it's doing is it's putting you into a mental state of incapacity. Is putting you into a mental state where actually you're thinking more negatively about the things you're facing rather than looking for the gaps in the market and the opportunities to move forward. And I get it. I understand because I've gone through it too. I never talk about something where I'm talking about something from a position of experience unless I've gone through it. And if I haven't, I say, look, I've not experienced this, but here's someone I'm interviewing who has. But I've experienced this. And there's two things that happens within my mind right now. So setbacks that I get as a hospitality events and training company, yes, we're property development investors too, but a lot of our business, the large amount of our business was based around hospitality. Now, if you're in retail, if you're in hospitality, or even in a business that's been impacted by the downturn in spend of businesses and consumers, i.e. you could be in the airline industry and very few airplanes have been ordered in the last few months. Therefore, even the people that make the fabrics on the seats for airlines are not producing goods. They're struggling, they're losing money. But look, there's two ways to look at this, and it depends on the people that you surround yourself with that can ultimately determine how quickly you could pull yourself out of a negative mindset, regardless as to what you're facing, the levels of pain, setbacks, or financial losses, to step back to say, okay, this is how I'm going to find a way to move forward. And if you're a business that's flourishing right now, then you're also got to consider this, that, finding gaps in the market, creating opportunities, networking, incredible level, remarketing your position, your value proposition, your products and your service to the customers is absolutely essential. But what about your staff in the business? How are they feeling? Are they motivated or demotivated right now? Now, just because you may have a successful business and you're moving forward and things are okay, you've managed to what I call swerve the pains of coronavirus, COVID lockdown, don't forget that your staff, your managers, your directors will be going through some personal challenges. Now, your team, your staff, and your business is everything. And during tough times, you can create an incredible team, because teams that are tough last and they survive and they thrive together. So business owners, remember your teams. You may be safe and financially sound, but going through challenges. But remember, some of your teams may have things going on at home that is also affecting their overall performance in your company, in your business. So don't forget them. They're important, because, you may be the tracks of your business. You may have even created an engine, the train that pulls all the carriages, but inside every one of those carriages, or you may have a driver of a carriage, it needs fuel, it needs energy, it needs love and care and motivation and inspiration to stay performing at an optimum level. And if you're on a business right now that's really, really suffering, look, we've got to start thinking about what opportunities we do have. We've got to start thinking about the things that we can do. Now, I can promise you this, and I've experienced this where get a setback. I got a setback yesterday because Alfie Best Business is the baby of Alfie Best's group of companies. We're just the baby right now, right? And yesterday we got rejected on the government's Kickstart scheme to take on and employ 4 people because the government's changed the rules that you've got to be established for a year. And first of all, I thought, oh crikey, come on, let's get help to the startups and the people that need it. But then I thought to myself, well, okay, I'm on the way to Mayfair. I'm going to have an incredible meeting tonight. I'll just reapply again on the anniversary of our company, which is the 12th of December, official limited company formation, even though we was working on it before that from August, September last year, and we're actually a year old. So how do you accept and embrace the challenges without getting completely knocked down, without getting completely demotivated? Well, look, that's going to depend on who you hang around. That's going to depend on who you speak to. That's going to depend on who you play with, who you learn with, and who you associate with. You see, if you associate with people that's less skilled and less knowledgeable than you, you're only ever going to go down to their level of thinking, their level of knowledge, their level of personal connectivity and business connectivity. So you have to look to upskill, upshift, and up-connect to talk to people that have got the experience that can guide you and help you. Because I don't care who you are, whether you're the Alfie Best of this world, whether you're the Bradley Chapman, the Richard Fays, the Claire Daniels, whoever you are in your business, all of us will need to talk to someone at some stage, even if it's just to let off steam, even if it's just to have a little rumble, a rant for a moment. Because once we clear that rant out, what's left for me and for you is, well, what do we do now? How do we look for gaps in the market? How do we look for opportunities? How do we network? And that takes an inner strength to execute every single day that most people can't comprehend. And I said a story when I first went live on this broadcast about 20 minutes ago, before the sound didn't work and the broadcast didn't work, about a business startup, a person who starts up a business, starts up a website, start putting some products out, starts marketing themselves, to make a change in their life and their career. And actually the customers don't come. There's only so much any individual can take in terms of rejection and setbacks before they kind of put their hands in their head like this. Even if it's for a moment, and start saying, freaking hell, sod this, this is painful, it's really hurting. And most people at that point, that's the point where they turn around and they give up on themselves and on their dream, because they're not prepared to keep pushing forward, to keep looking for something new, to keep trying a new way to market, to keep trying to execute, to keep trying to learn, to grow, to share, to multiply their business, to increase their knowledge and the way that they have an unrelenting passion to move forward. And some of you might be saying right now, Brad, are you crazy? I nearly lost my business because this lockdown. I've suffered, my family suffered. I get you. I do. I've been here many times. I've been through 3 recessions and business successes and business setbacks. I know what it takes. But I also know it's this, that on any given moment of the day, at any given Sunday, I love that film, right? I love that film. It's what you're prepared to do to keep moving forward in your mind and moving forward in your business. That's going to determine whether you're going to break through. You see, everybody has a breakthrough moment, a moment where just as they're crawling along with their last bit of energy, their last bit of hope, and they just keep finding more hope, keep finding more energy, keep re-engaging. And it's those people that break through, that experience the moment where, yes, I did it, I've done it, I'm on my way, I've got my orders, I'm picking up customers and new doors open, I've met someone new, this person's going to do this for my business, I'm going to do this, we're networking, we're moving, we're shaking, we're rolling, baby, we're making waves, we're making a difference, we're entrepreneurs. And if you experience that moment, it will give you just enough energy to say, refill my tanks, refill my tanks, refill my energy. And if I can do that and I can overcome, I can endure and I can keep pushing forward. Well, So the only way to grow our minds, despite what we may be facing, whether it's potential business shutdown, it's not the end of the world. We're going to go again. We're going to start again. Pain is only temporary. Pain is only temporary unless we do, nothing about it. But if we do something, if we do something about that pain, we can move forward. We can develop. I think I've said that the wrong way around then. But anyways, pain is only temporary if we do nothing. Unless pain is only temporary if we do something about it. If we do nothing, pain will last forever. I urge you, no matter what you're facing, that if you think that we've already coming through the worst of lockdown, think again. The worst is still to come. It's going to get tougher. It's going to get harder. We've got another year of this before these vaccines and whatever else is happening to try and bring our life back to normality. So if you're in a business right now that's in a high risk business that could be affected by COVID, by lockdowns, by public coming out, ask yourself this: is it a safe business to be in for the next year? And if it isn't, then think about what it is you can do to diversify, whether that's in property investment, whether that's in another business, whether that's looking at your business to taking it online to serve an online market. Find a way. Don't let your mind take you down to a place where you cannot function, you cannot develop. Do not surround yourself with people that all they want to do is moan about the lockdown and people queuing up for food stores. I too have families, children. I too have my challenges the same way that you do. No one escapes the pain of COVID. No one escapes the pain of lockdown. But can you escape the debilitating thoughts in your mind that only hold you back from becoming the person, the business that you believe you can be? It's true. Don't let the walls you build around you or they're put up around you confine you or define you. Entrepreneurs, think outside the box. Open your mind, make a difference, make a change, and keep moving forward. Ladies and gents, we're going to be going live with Countess Ilana Felice Debachi at 4 p.m. I've got to jump off now, just make a quick call through to Dubai to make sure she's ready to rock and roll. But do join us. Countess Debachi comes from the Debachi family in Italy, a noble background of the Medici banking family. An incredible lady who's already opened a number of doors for me. And actually last night I had the great pleasure to meet her husband, Count Stefano, in Mayfair. So stay tuned. We'll see you at 4 o'clock, and don't let the walls that are around you confine your thoughts or limit you. You're more powerful than you can possibly imagine. I'm Ruth.